2023. Good morning.
Well, good morning and happy Friday to you. Welcome to DBS this morning. It's quite windy out here, but we're loving it. Nice weather in the Helen of the West. Absolutely loving it. This morning's show is going to be wonderful. We've got two amazing features. Of course, we're getting closer to Carnival and we got to get into the groove, don't? Where we have Michael Esnad from Soca the Ultimate Tent. They've got their first tent this Saturday. We caught up with Michael, but we also caught up with Diane. Diane is also the founder of one of our foundation, the Donation Foundation, and it's the second anniversary. And we caught up. We wanted to find out, some of the accomplishments to date. And Diane flourished us with some of that as well. But first, let's tap in with the news desk. Kendall, the headlines. Thank you, Ken. Thank you, Kendall. We take a break. We will be back with our first feature in a bit. Why is she bothering? I wouldn't have it any other way. The wind is blowing nicely through my hair. I'm enjoying it. So it's me and my hair battling here today. But let's take you into our first feature for today. The Donation Foundation. Diane caught up with us, or we caught up with Diane, and we had a chat about the second anniversary. So it's that time again. It's 2 years since the Donation Foundation has been in existence. And they are one of DBS's adopted NGOs. And DBS does a lot of adoptions in these areas. Diane here who is the founder and the CEO of Donation. Diane, 2 years has passed. What has it been like? What has it been like?
2 years, it has been a lot for us in terms of the sacrifice, the time, the commitment, and the expression and the level of support that we have been receiving from organizations. And like you said, DBS is our sponsor, company. And it has been just a year of achievement, a year of blessings. We got a lot of partners coming on board. We achieved so much. We have our home. Wow. We were actually incorporated within that year. And within that year, we were able to assist at least over 800 families. Wow. And when we say 800 families in different capacities, either to refer them to counselors, to assist them in terms of hampers, to assist them in terms of just trying to find a way how we can assist in terms of some of the social ills that, we see our people face in society, or by the programs that we have implemented. We have so many programs for the youth, for the elderly, for the men. We continue to see how we can make a difference. And not just make a difference, but how can we have an impact on someone's lives, which is in keeping with our mission, which is changing one life, one person at a time. So this is what we are doing, and this is what we will continue to do. We are very thankful for our sponsors, like we say, our partners, our members, the board of directors, the Friends of Donation Foundation, and not just that, but for the people like DBS and other corporate organizations who continue to believe in Donation Foundation and what we do as an organization.
Wonderful. Over the past year, you did broadly mention some of the things you were able to achieve. What are some of the activities that you partaked in or you undertaken over the past year?
Over the past year, I am officially the Good Deeds Day lead for the Good Deeds Day lead for Good Deeds Day St. Lucia, and also Donation Foundation is actually the lead organization for Good Deeds Day St. Lucia. So I would have represented St. Lucia in Dubai. Wow. Speaking on the importance of networking and also the importance of NGO government relationship, because St. Lucia is a role model for a lot of the countries. They are trying to actually implement a lot of the things that we do in St. Lucia, wow, places like Ghana. So these are some of the things that we would have done. Donation Foundation is actually recognized by the IRV, which is the International Association of Volunteering Efforts. Wow. So we actually go out there and see what we can do and how we could just get out of the comfort zone, not just do the things that every other organization is doing, because we believe in partnership for the goals, which is SDG number 17. And if there is one organization who already has a program that is working, why come in and implement the same? So what we do is that we collaborate with them in terms of how we now, as another organization, can foster these relations and have a greater impact on whatever they are doing. And these are some of the things that we do.
Wow, this is great. This is extensive. Look
Yes.
how you fit your little self in there nicely and so perfectly.
Yes.
Undertaking that role. I mean, I wouldn't have, like you said, we hear NGOs and we say, all right, we're going to put up, get a few hamper here and there, put up a few families,
Yes.
so and so, and that's where we probably, in our mental capacity, would have stopped with it.
Yes.
You've just opened up my mind and my scope to so much here. What are some of the things now? Now that you're seasoning the thing, now things starting to feel like yes,
Yes.
this is making sense. This is
Yes.
definitely, I guess you're getting the rush now because
Yes.
you're really big. You are now being able to realize what the mandate in your mindset was when
Yes.
you founded
Yes.
this organization. What now are some, now that you're celebrating your second year and have done so much and have achieved so much and has been able to channel your way into so many different avenues, what are some of the future hopes now that you're starting to think about?
In terms of the future, where I see Donation Foundation going, it's not just remaining in St. Lucia as a national organization, but as a regional and international organization to really go out there and have the impact, because the name says it all, a do nation. We are not just doing St. Lucia, we are doing nations. And this is what we believe. We are a group of doers. And one of the things that we have seen that, a number of countries are now reaching out to us for support. So we do
So your
have.
blueprint really is one that is remarkable.
Yes.
The putting together of the blueprint as to what it is you really wanted this foundation to do, that was all you?
Yes, actually, the foundation started from what I went through as a child in terms of a broken home, divorce, depression, suicidal thoughts. And at that time, I felt, whilst I was going through these challenges, what would I be looking for? What did I need that I did not find? And as I continue in my many years of volunteerism, because I have been involved in volunteerism for over 25 years, giving voluntary service. And I spoke to a few friends of mine, and I said, you know what, this is what I'm thinking. And they're like, go for it. And I was like, you sure? They said, yeah, go for it, because I know whatever you put your mind to do, you will achieve it. And this is what we've been doing. We've just been expanding ourselves. And
Talk about trials into triumph.
yes,
Look at
yes.
what birthed it out of your unfortunate
Yes.
childhood experience. Wow.
Yes, and not just that, I still continue to thank God for a lot of the challenges that He put me through, because, every day you go through a different challenge. And, as I go through that challenge, I say, you know what, Lord, this is another story that you are giving me to speak to, because somebody may need to hear that when they are going through whatever they are going through. So, whatever challenge I go through, I thank God for it. And I thank God for just telling me, here is another story, here is another thing that you need to speak to. One of the things, and what we try to do is to go into the areas where we see that there is a need for it. So there will be a lot that will be coming in the coming years, because we are basically looking for avenues to create things, and not just create things because we want to do it, but create it because there is a need for it. We would have seen Donation Foundation being invited to a lot of roundtable meetings with the government, and that is a milestone for us, because that means that the government recognizes what we are doing and the impact that we have as a foundation. We would also we started what we call Father's Rise, because of course we saw that a lot of the we were actually, as a people, living out the men from a lot of the social ills, and they too go through the social ills. So we started that program, which we call Father's Rise, where we worked with boys and men, and we continue to do so. And not just that, but we have an international organization who have collaborated with us, which is the Deeds Driven Dads. Wow. So we do have a number of organizations that we, international organizations that we collaborate with. We have Girls Who Brunch. Of course, the Nicola Mitchell, or Dr. Nicola Mitchell, is actually the founder and CEO. And we have that coming up in October, and she will be here. And we also have the first ever Miss Good Deeds Day pageant. And our pageant will be a pageant with a difference. And the concept is it takes a village to raise a child. And basically that is promoting the whole spirit of volunteerism and kudme, what we as St. Lucians are known for.
No, something of note that caught my attention is the one with the dads, because you are so correct.
Yes.
It's so, I'm aching sometimes. Not that I don't have an appreciation for all that is happening,
Yeah.
but you are so correct. I'm concerned because we have a lot that covers the ladies and the
Yes,
women and the
yes.
girls, and a lot of the times the men are just left. And sometimes when I raise the issue, it has been said that because the men are not into these things, you're going to do that and they're not going to show up. Now, from your experience, since you have started that program for men, what has been the response?
In terms of the response since we started that, we've been seeing men from all different walks of life. Some men are actually, even when they see the programs, maybe when we have something for the girls, I would get messages like, what are you doing for the men?
Oh my.
When is the men coming up? What is the event happening for the men? And we've been getting that positive response and encouragement from other men who are willing to come and be part of that whole Fathers Rise movement.
I love this. I absolutely love this. So we have
Yes.
another full year planned ahead.
Yes,
In
yes.
what would you like to say to persons now, in terms of, now that you're celebrating your second year anniversary? What sort of message would you like to send from the Donation Foundation to the viewing public?
Yes, to the viewing public, what I want to say is that Donation Foundation is an organization that is committed, dedicated in terms of really working and fighting towards some of the social ills that our people face in society. We just want to thank you, the public, and thank you, our supporters, our well-wishers, our members, our executive, for really coming out and believing in us. We continue to encourage people to support organizations, not just Donation Foundation, but other organizations who are doing the work that we are doing. We are actually helping, to build the nation, because volunteerism is actually a great way for nation building. So we are asking persons, other corporate organizations, to come on board and support us and really help us drive that movement as we continue to do it, because it's a movement. It is not just something where we come and we show off and we leave it there. It's a continuous thing that we continuously having projects, continuously having programs that will benefit men, not just women, but men, the youth, and the girls. And also persons who are differently able as well. We do collaborate with other organizations, of course, because they would have ongoing projects. Like we said, there's no need to invent the wheel when there is already an organization doing it. It's just a matter of supporting them and seeing how we now could make a contribution towards their goal.
Where do we continue to follow everything donation? Are you online? Can we go onto your page or your website and see everything that you've accomplished to date, all of your progress?
Yes, we actually on Facebook, Donation Foundation Inc. We actually on Facebook, so you could follow us there. We actually on Facebook.
Wonderful, Diane.
Yes.
Congratulations on your second anniversary.
Yes.
And we look forward to a lot more.
Thank you so much. Thank you, St. Lucia, for your support, and thank you, everyone. Look forward to more and more and more from Donation Foundation in the years to come. We are here to stay. Have a great day.
And now, like I said, our second feature, we're heading into the weekend and some action, some soca action at that. We caught up with Michael and the ultimate soca the ultimate tent. Listen now, we're here with Michael. Carnival, jazz wrap-up. Carnival is next on the calendar. Soca the ultimate tent, our very own soca tent, like the official soca tent.
The
official, the one and only soca tent.
Yeah,
and like you've done in the past, we've seen you doing it again. You
Yes.
don't wait. Listen,
Nah.
you'll have wrapped up what you'll need to wrap up. Now it's time you're stepping foot right through and you're starting the energy. What's going on, Michael?
I'm good. We're about to launch the unofficial launch of St. Lucia Carnival.
I'll say that.
The unofficial launch of St. Lucia Carnival.
Absolutely.
Saturday, May 20th at Gaiety Gardens. The tickets are very cheap. No VIP. Just come out, get good. Don't go to the... Sorry to all the speculators. We are coming to you. We wearing what we have in the closet already.
Right.
It's $20. The first 100 people pay $25 after. We come and here, come and see what the artists have been working on for the past year. Come and get a taste of what the carnival season is going to be for 2020, 2023 and forward.
Right. Let me talk about the tent now. Let me talk about, because this is a critical part of our cultural showpiece.
Right.
And absolutely having a body that is going to be a force for our soca artists is very important. We all know that.
Right.
It makes more sense to have a body to stand up with as opposed to standing by yourself as a creative. So forming Soca the Ultimate Tent, that came out from where? Is that the line you were thinking along, and what was it like forming that entity?
No, it didn't happen. It was not a plan, but what happened was, making a long story short, I was working in production as a sound engineer, sound tech, doing a lot of the calypso shows, and noticing only calypso happening for an entire season.
Right.
No soca artists were featured on these calypso shows, and I kind of grew up, on the NG and the Bacchanal, and sitting in there for like 3 years, calypso, year after year, no soca. I figure, hey. The soca artists need a platform.
Yes.
We need a space, and that forms Soca the Ultimate Tent. That was the idea.
That was how much?
So,
how long ago? About.
we started in 2018.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right before the COVID.
Right before the COVID.
Right. So here we are now. Since you started, I guess you've grown to date. Was it difficult getting the artists themselves to band on or to understand? Because coming out of NG, they understood NG. Well, those would have been some of the younger ones. Was it a difficult task to try to get them to understand the importance of having a body and a platform?
Initially, like the early stages, when I sorted out and gathering information and getting to know what needed to be done, to bring in some of the artists, a lot of them were reluctant because of bad history and bad experiences from other tents. But I kind of had to persuade a few of them, and when we got pretty close to our first show, everybody was looking for me. I had to, stop. I cannot accommodate so many people. But over the years, you learn to adjust. I have a core team member of artists that we work with, and we always try to pull in 1 or 2 artists from that's coming up, and also try to feature some of the better songs that taking over the airways.
Right. So as it stands right now, you've got past the phase of trying to convince, and right now you have solidified your position as the platform for the soca artists of St. Lucia. What is your membership looking like? How many people do you have? Just about how much?
If I give you a number, membership will be somewhere about 30.
Okay.
So what we try to do, we try to split them on shows, so I can call almost any name: Alpha, Ezra, Shemi J, Nerdy, Cedil, HP.
Nice.
Now some of the older ones coming in, so I have Isleman coming in.
Nice.
Manchester looking to come in. Manchester, we can work. Always Pringles always at my back. Pringles had the music there, but I know, but we will get to him. So it's been a lot of love. It's been a lot of growth. We still have some growing. We need to sensitize some people about what the tent is. Some people, when they hear the tent.
I was about to ask you that now.
Yeah.
What is the dynamics? What do you hope to accomplish? What is the mandate of the Soca tent? Yes, create a platform, but in terms of the artist and being part of it, what is your selling point to an artist to be part of the tent?
One of the things that we try to do is to get the music out early. It didn't happen this year, pretty much because of the jazz. Not blaming jazz, but sometimes you have to be strategic with what you're doing. And probably next week we can work better. But one of the reasons to get the music out early. We have done workshops in the past where we had guest speakers coming to speak about writing and performance and posture and just the everyday living of how an artist is supposed to carry themselves, and so much more.
Right. Well, that's certainly something.
One thing we try to do, at the Ultimate Tent, that we try not to put on any small stage. So we try not, when we come out on Saturday and you feel like you're paying $80 ticket on a $20 show.
You're raising the bar.
You're raising the bar. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
So if you have your bar set high, then it set the precedent as to what persons is going to
Right.
offer to you coming forward to you and your crew, your team of
And
artists.
it also allows the artists to know what to expect when they get to the bigger stage. So
Right.
now you're not performing under 20 by 20 tent, but you have a stage and the covering and the lights and the screens to go along with that.
Right, that's fine, and that's St. Lucia and that's soca. Soca music, music in general.
Right.
We look at the Caribbean now, and it's almost impossible to disband and say, well, it's a Lucia thing, and it's a, more and more we see in the Caribbean is really and truly merging in terms of
Right.
the soca offering. Where do we stand right now? When we look at our crop of artists, the material that we put out yearly, where would you, if you were to grade us, where are we?
St. Lucia, our artists, for what I can say, is right on top with any artist from any Caribbean island. Growing up, I remember growing up and going to these DJ parties. St. Lucia music was the warm-up to the Trinidad and the other island
Right.
music. So right now is the other islands
Warming up
and
for
then
we.
warming up for us. And now when you get to the St. Lucia segment, it's just bare mashup.
Absolutely.
So we right there when it comes to music. We have producers winning iTunes awards.
Yes, yeah.
Music are being streamed on all platforms. So we right there. Where we're supposed to be. There's always room for improvement and growth, but we're right there.
Right. So what is the future of Ultimate Soca?
The future of us, we need to expand our brand. We need to get more artists involved and grow the shows. Take it outside. Twice we were able to produce events in New York City. Hopefully we can do that again this year. It was a club style, but we planning and working our way to hosting an actual concert like we're doing on Saturday, hosting actual concerts outside of St. Lucia, which are St. Lucian based.
Wonderful. That's good vibes. How can we follow you? And of course, you want to give us a little rundown again on the event. This is the first one for the St. Lucia Carnival,
right.
the first tent, and that is Soca the Ultimate Tent.
Right.
Where would it be happening?
At Gatey and Rodney Bay, Saturday, May 20th, so that's this Saturday. So come out in the numbers, come out to support your artists, support your friends, support your family members, and just make it a vibe.
Absolutely.
You can follow us at Soca Ultimates, us on IG and Facebook.
Absolutely. Michael, thank you so very much for catching up
welcome.
with us on the DBS This Morning show, man. We look forward to Saturday as well.
Right.
Wonderful.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to this morning's SocaCize session. Leading the wine, we have Sarah, Laurie, and Shani. Let's get ready to sweat with SocaCize. For this morning's workout, we will be doing a wine and tone routine to In Stock by Vibes Cartel. Let's go. So we're going to begin knee, roll, sit. 3, 2, 1, and. Get those knees up. 4 more. 4. 3. 2. Last one. Our arms, 3 of them. 3, 2, hold. 3, 2, hold. 3, 2. We're gonna kick and roll. Kick and roll. Low impact, you're following Laurie. You can give me it low, that's fine. 3 more. 2. Last one. Left side, knee. Four more. Our arms for 3. 3. Last one. Kick. Last one. Knee.
a delight, happy nice, lucky door. Set you by your need, naffy score. Set the ballador when you wine, watch it goal. Girl, you are me queen, and me wife.
4 more.
Give your money for your spree, give your right for your rule. Could do be for free every night. Sachi for Sachi, be your for the your. Chanel for Chanel, put a two.
Pump it. 3.
Tell you what, hotter than the rest. Tell you better than the rest. No girl, can't test.
Kick.
Kick out your foot away, you have in stop. I just tight and right, tell you have in stop. I just good, tell you have in stop. I just
One more.
tight and right, tell you have in stop.
4.
Kick out your foot away, you have in stop. I just
3.
tight and right, tell you have in stop. I just
2.
good, tell you have in stop. I just
1.
tight and right,
End.
tell you have in.
That was this morning's session. Thank you for choosing to flaunt with SocaCize. We hope that you're feeling sexy, sultry, and strong.
And that was our show for this morning. I hope you had a wonderful time with us. Enjoy your weekend. Be safe now. Take in some of that soca action. It's Carnival. This is the official opening of Carnival, like Michael said. So take in some of that and let's get ourselves prepared for what's to come for the Carnival season and beyond. We catch you again on Monday, actually. This is where we're going to be back right here on DBS This Morning. I'm Maureen. Enjoy the weekend now.